Let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at how directors actually visualize their films way before the cameras even start rolling. We're talking about storyboarding. It's basically your ultimate tool for seeing your film before you ever actually shoot it.
Picture this. You're trying to explain an entire movie using literally nothing but words. It'd be completely impossible, right? Total recipe for confusion. Everybody listening would have some wild, totally different interpretation. And honestly, that's exactly why filmmakers draw their films first. You absolutely have to create a shared visual language so the whole crew is picturing the exact same movie.
Section 1. The Visual Roadmap. Bridging the gap from script to screen.
So let's look at the actual journey of a film idea. You start with phase 1, the screenplay, right? The written word. Then you move to phase 2, the shot list, which kind of organizes those words into camera setups. But phase 3, the storyboard, that sits perfectly right between your shot list and phase 4, the actual filming. It's the bridge. It translates all those written ideas into concrete visual plans.
I love the contrast here. Without a storyboard, basically every single crew member imagines a totally different shot in their head. The result is pure on-set chaos. But you introduce a storyboard and suddenly everyone is looking at the exact same plan. You're not just crossing your fingers and hoping people get it, you're literally guaranteeing a shared understanding across the whole crew.
Think of a storyboard as a comic book version of your movie. Man, this quote just hits the nail on the head. That's really the essence of it. It's just a sequence of drawings, where each panel represents one specific camera shot. When you treat it like a comic book, you can really read the flow of your film, catch visual hiccups early, and honestly, save a massive amount of time on set.
Moving on to Section 2, Anatomy of a Panel, the 5 essential elements.
First up is the drawing itself, and here is the golden rule. Clear is always better than beautiful. You absolutely do not need to be some master artist to make a great storyboard. Actually, a lot of legendary directors have famously terrible drawings. A simple, stick figure that clearly shows the camera angle, that is highly effective. Clarity over perfection every single time.
Element 2 is the shot number. Now this might seem like a tiny detail, but every single panel has got to have a shot number that perfectly matches your shot list and script. It's the glue. It's what keeps the whole production organized when you've got dozens of people trying to track the day's work.
Third, we have camera information. Just jotting down some brief notes next to your drawing, like, the shot size, the angle, maybe a specific camera movement or lens choice. That tells your camera crew exactly what gear to grab before they even step foot on set. Fourth is the action description. Just keep it short and sweet. Text explaining the movement happening in that exact frame, like Ollie opens the door or camera pushes forward. It just gives context to a static drawing, so everybody understands the momentum of the scene. And the fifth element is dialogue or audio. This one's optional, but tossing in important dialogue snippets or sound effects really helps sync the visual timing with your story beats. It just reminds the crew what the audience is going to be hearing while looking at this specific image. All right, Section 3, Storyboarding a Scene. Let's put these panels into motion. Okay, let's simulate flipping through a storyboarded scene. We've got a character named Allie visiting his grandfather. We start wide. The action note says Allie enters through the doorway. Boom, we've instantly established the geography of the room.
Next panel, we punch into a medium shot. Now the focus shifts entirely to the grandfather. We catch him right in the middle of carving some wood.
Suddenly, we need to show an emotional shift. So we use a tight close-up on Allie's face as he notices something off camera. This instantly tells the crew, hey, emotion is the absolute priority for this setup.
To reveal what caught his eye, we immediately cut to an insert shot, just a super tight, specific frame of an old family photograph on the table. It directs the audience's focus exactly where we want it. And finally, to bring them together, we transition to an over-the-shoulder shot. This anchors both characters in the frame and establishes their spatial relationship right as the conversation kicks off. See? By just flipping through those 5 simple panels, it's so clear how this removes all that on-set guesswork. Before a single light is set up, the crew already knows exactly where the camera goes, what the audience will see, and how the scene unfolds. You stop worrying about logistics and start focusing on what matters: great performances.
Section 4, Myths and Modern Methods. Because truly, anyone can storyboard today.
Let's bust a quick myth before we wrap up. Beginners so often waste time trying to draw these highly detailed, overly artistic masterpieces for every single shot. And then, they totally forget to update them when the script inevitably changes. The best practice? Exact opposite. Use simple drawings, focus strictly on key setups, and update your panels as you go.
And hey, you are not limited to just pencil and paper anymore. The modern ways to storyboard are pretty wild. You can draw by hand, sure, but you can also use digital software, snap photos on your smartphone, build stuff in 3D, or even use AI to generate images. At the end of the day, the best storyboard is just the one your team understands.
Up next, we're talking scheduling and call sheets. Once your visual plan is totally locked in, the very next step in pre-production is organizing the actual logistics of the shoot. So in our next explainer, we'll break down exactly how to keep everything running on time.
But for now, just keep in mind that the ultimate goal here is clear communication. So I'm going to leave you with this to chew on. If a simple, badly drawn stick figure can save you hours of incredibly expensive production time, can you really afford not to draw your film?